Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about Dungeons & Dragons, and I want to talk about Book of Many Things, Chapter 8, the Fates card. So Chapter 8 is about the Fates card. When you pull the Fates card, it allows you to rewrite one event in your character's history. But more importantly, the Chapter 8 talks about the card at the infrastructure level. And what it says is that the card is really about characters who have an event of great significance that happens and upends their lives. And that I think that the reason, in my humble opinion, the reason the Fates card is there and the reason the Book of Many Things goes into the high detail it does about the Fates card is so that the Dungeon Master and the Dragon Masters, the Dragon Masters are the Dungeons and Dragons players. I have a whole video on that, link in the link below, to explain why I use the term Dragon Master for Dungeons and Dragons player. So for the Dungeon Master and the Dragon Masters to reflect on events of great significance that have upended their lives, right? And today I just want to share, reflecting, because the book is asking us to reflect on the significance of these cards. I want to just talk about my journey with Dungeons and Dragons and how my introduction to Dungeons and Dragons was an event of great significance that really upended my life, right? And so I came into Dungeons and Dragons in 1982, and I came in through the Red Box. The Red Box was the significant event for me, and when I got the Red Box, I just really skyrocketed forward. And the reason why Dungeons and Dragons was such a huge, why it was an event of great significance that upended my life is, when I was young, I had really big ears, and so elementary school kid, and the beginning and the first year of junior high, I have these huge ears, and at the time I thought we were poor, right? We weren't poor. My parents just refused to buy me anything but like the kids would call them Bobo sneakers. And they were kids and they were fine, but even back then people were like buying, this is late 70s, early 80s, and people were like, your shoes are garbage, right? And it tore me up inside, and it's to this day, it's why I'm like a huge sneakerhead. But I had big ears and bad shoes, and then I read on the bus, and these three things, like, people were brutal to me, right? And I remember really being upset in elementary school and at the beginning of junior high, because I thought I was an ugly, poor loser, right? And the reality, none of that was true. And then as soon as I got the Red Box, I became a dungeon master. And the second I was a dungeon master, I was like, wait a second, I'm super smart, I'm a designer, I'm a world builder, I'm a leader, and I am charismatic and confident and intelligent, because I can engage people in any story I want to journey them through, right? And I am a journeyman. I take people on this journey of identity and this journey of, and even in 1982, I knew that the minute I lifted the cover off the Red Box and just went and just put in my hands each of the pieces inside of it, I was like, my life will never ever be the same. And it did, and it just told me, everyone who told you were an ugly, poor loser is wrong. Like, you are a world building, charismatic, confident, intelligent leader, and it completely it upended where I thought my life was going. I thought I would survive and endure my life rather than strive and build my life, right? And Dungeons and Dragons was an event of great significance that completely upended my life, right? And it was chaotic, and it was dramatic, and it was dynamic, and I will never forget that moment. And and it's why this channel is here. I intend to never let the legacy of Gary Gygax be forgotten on any day I'm alive. And you know, it's just super important to me, and I'm super thankful, and I'm grateful for what Gary gave me, and gave millions of others, and will give millions of more in the future. Every single word you just heard is nothing more than my humble opinion, nothing less than my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear the most important humble opinion, yours. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking, subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.